Christopher was not only a musician, an artist. Christopher was a son, was a grandson, was a nephew. He was a good friend. And people need to see that part of him that nobody else knew.
It's important to note that the conversation surrounding Diddy isn't limited to Biggie's demise. Allegations have also resurfaced implicating him in Tupac's passing. From the legal actions taken against Diddy, one thing is apparent: he has a tendency to boast about his escapades. Ironically, these very declarations could be his downfall. Biggie's mother, Voletta, has openly expressed her dissatisfaction with the exploitation of her son under Diddy's record label. Her discontent is documented in her 2005 memoir, Biggie Valetta Wallace Remembers Her Son Christopher, where she questions Diddy's intentions towards her son. In her book, she states, in truth, Christopher was enticed by the illusion of a friend and mentor with an offer of $25,000. This sum, presented by Puffy, was a significant...
The feds are so deep and involved in this that Diddy just might be called up on that Tupac shit once they go through the money trail.
Amount for Christopher at the time. At 19 years old, he had never encountered such a sum in his life. This amount led Christopher to believe in Puffy's unwavering support. It was sufficient to secure his blind affection and loyalty. Regrettably, it was this very association with Diddy that is believed to have led to Biggie's untimely end, a suspicion shared by many, including Biggie's own family. Voletta has previously indicated that she, along with LAPD detectives, are aware of the individual responsible for her son's death. However, she suggests a conspiracy has thwarted the resolution of the case. Despite the LAPD's investigation revealing the truth, they have yet to take action.
He said, I'm a businessman. I'm about making money, but something gotta change. I don't give a if Pac gotta die, Big gotta die, or Suge Knight go to jail.
Voletta remains puzzled as to why the involved parties have not been apprehended. She believes that a vast conspiracy is at play, shielding someone within the system. Voletta's statements seem to implicate Diddy in this intricate web. Moreover, Voletta's participation in the Project City of Lies, which delves into the corruption hindering the investigation, allowed her to speak candidly about the systemic corruption. She maintains a fervent hope for justice, regardless of how long it takes, and for those responsible to be held accountable. She criticises those in authority for attempting to bury the case and suppress the truth, unwilling to expose corrupt police officers and jeopardise their retirement benefits. It's clear that preserving their status quo was their primary concern. The reluctance to welcome individuals from the East Coast was evident, and efforts were made to sideline the genuine investigation. Voletta Wallace, Biggie's mother, harbours suspicions that Diddy's involvement in her son's demise is tied to financial motives.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs.
Until the moment when Diddy began returning publishing rights to his previous artists, Biggie included, reports emerged suggesting these rights were essentially valueless, with Diddy relinquishing them only after reaping substantial profits. Notably, Diddy's earnings from Biggie posthumously surpassed those during his lifetime. However, the returned publishing rights purportedly held no value, much to Voletta's dismay. She has insinuated that such gestures by Diddy do not absolve him, particularly...
So he showed me, I said, you about to get that money? He said, yeah, look at this. It had Charlie Baltimore, Cameron, Little C's, Little Kim, Junior Mafia, Tracy, I don't know, Tracy Murray?
Tracy Lee.
Tracy Lee. And the commission. And I think the contract was for so many years for like 62 million, it comes out to like $62 million.
Amidst allegations of his potential complicity in Biggie's death. Voletta's viewing of Cassie's tape has reinforced her understanding of Diddy's capabilities. The discourse around Diddy's connection to Biggie's death has been fueled by various claims, including those from an ex-bodyguard, Uncle Ron, who alleged that Diddy propositioned him with a financial incentive to eliminate Biggie. Gene Dale has also weighed in, suggesting Biggie intended to depart Bad Boy Records for a more lucrative opportunity, potentially exceeding $60 million. Dale corroborates the belief that Biggie's fate was the result of internal machinations.
It was somebody in our crew that wanted them to know that Big was in that vehicle.
Hints from celebrities about Diddy's alleged role in Biggie's death have surfaced intermittently. Mace's track Oracle 2 Standing on Bodies critiques Diddy for exploiting Biggie Smalls' death for marketing purposes and failing to compensate Biggie's mother adequately. 50 Cent has repeatedly implicated Diddy in the deaths of Biggie and Tupac. In his song Hip Hop, 50 Cent lyrically questions, "Who shot Biggie Smalls? If we don't get them, they're going to get us all." He suggests Diddy is aware of the perpetrator and fears retaliation from the West Coast. Speculation also surrounds Diddy's supposed orchestration of a $1 million.
This individual mentioned dude's name, okay? Law enforcement has a job to do. Will they do it? It does feel like, Pac is being vindicated because, back in them days when things were going down, everybody thought he was crazy. He may not have expressed it properly, but that don't mean he was wrong. You dig?
Right.
Yeah, so
$1 million bounty on Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight amid a notorious rap feud. Diddy is rumoured to have engaged Crips member Dwayne Keith Davis, known as Keefy D, for the task. However, it was Crips affiliate Orlando Anderson who allegedly executed the hit, deviating from the initial plan when they approached Tupac's vehicle from an unexpected angle, leading to Keefy D's nephew completing the act. A significant obstacle in the case is the absence of concrete evidence linking Diddy to Tupac's death, partly due to Eric Von Zip's failure to deliver the alleged payment before his death. Nonetheless, Gene Dale's recent disclosures suggest that a thorough examination of the financial trail could yield insights. The connection between Tupac's tragic end and Diddy is a subject of intense speculation. Mopram Shakur, Tupac's sibling, is adamant that all individuals named by Keefy D in relation to Tupac's case should be held to account. When questioned about Diddy's involvement, Mopram's response underscored Diddy in particular. The reluctance to confront Diddy historically stemmed from his influential status. However, as his influence wanes, there's a growing audacity to implicate.
He leaned over on the window, we rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They would drove on my side, I would have popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right.
Implicate him in the deaths of both Tupac and Biggie. Voletta Wallace, Biggie's mother, insists that justice isn't just about incarcerating her son's killer, it also demands accountability from those who hindered the investigation. Voletta's participation in City of Lies was a tribute not to Biggie's music, but to Russell Poole, an investigator who passed away during the inquiry. She harbours a deep hope that the truth will reveal the culpability of each individual involved. According to her, Russell was a dedicated man who unfortunately witnessed more corruption than justice, leading to his untimely death. In a conversation with Entertainment Weekly, Voletta expressed a relentless optimism and a vow to never abandon her quest for the truth, entrusting her legacy to her friends and family to continue the pursuit. The possibility that Diddy might...
he mentions certain people that are, maybe accomplices. And so at this point in the game, somebody's, they're making someone accountable.
...have played a role in the demise of Tupac, and Biggie leaves open the question of his future protection. The hope for closure for the families affected remains, alongside the potential for revelations, especially given Diddy's habit of recording his activities and conversations. The question of whether Diddy will ultimately face consequences for the alleged involvement in the fates of Tupac and Biggie remains a topic of public debate. Your opinions are welcome in the comments below.